Hi, girls and their cats. I heard you wanted a tour of my apartment. Come on in. I'm Brienne, and I'm the creator of Girls and Their Cats. I have two cats, Liza and Tuck. Tuck likes laundry fresh from the dryer, my husband's beard, sin biscuits, and belly rubs. Tuck dislikes not being able to cuddle 24/7, going to the vet, and being asked to stop making sin biscuits. Liza likes independent time, butt smacks, all food. She dislikes singing, sneezing, coughing, and shoes on in the house. How did we meet, Tuck? I was living in Kyiv, Ukraine in 2013 with my husband, who's a journalist, and it was my birthday. We were up late having drinks with friends, and when we finally went to bed, around midnight probably, I started to hear little meows in the distance. I didn't know where it was coming from, but it was keeping me up. So I decided to get up, go outside, and try to find the source of this sound, and there's a tiny kitten stuck up in a tree. I go back into the apartment, wake up my husband. We both attempt to climb the tree unsuccessfully, but just at that moment, a very tall man walking his dog offers to help us. So he hoists my husband up in the tree. My husband climbs to the top. Liza gets spooked and she climbs even higher. Eventually, the branch snaps and she falls and she lands on the sidewalk below. So we took her to the emergency vet and they sent her home with us that night. She had a little scrape on her chin, but was otherwise okay. I would say we really bonded that night, and ever since then, she's definitely been a mama's girl. We decided to keep Liza because we were newlyweds and felt ready to take on that responsibility of adopting our first child together. About 3 to 4 weeks later, I was coming home from a teaching assignment. I heard this really awful sound. It sounded like a gremlin, like it just did not sound like a cat at all. But eventually I see this tiny tuxedo ball of fluff off of the sidewalk, kind of hiding from everybody. People noticed him, but they continued to pass him by. I couldn't do that. He was crying, distressed, and very filthy. But I knew I had to help. So I picked him up, I stuffed him in my sweatshirt, I brought him home. The idea of 2 cats in a foreign country seemed a little crazy, and my husband wasn't sold on the idea of a second cat. So we attempted to find him another home. But it didn't take long for us to realize he was already home. My husband fell hard for him, and the idea of giving him up just didn't feel right. Liza loved him too, and they became best friends. Just after the revolution started, I decided to fly back to Oregon, which is where my husband and I are from, while he continued to work as a journalist covering the revolution, and he stayed with our 2 cats. Eventually, he got a job in New York, and we both moved to Brooklyn, and he brought Tuck and Liza on the plane, passports in hand. 12 hours on a flight, terrified, but pretty well behaved considering the circumstances. They haven't really left this apartment since, except for to go to the vet. They're both very different cats, but they get along really well. They're cuddling each other when they're not cuddling me, of course. They play, they fight, they groom each other. They're best friends, siblings, / an old married couple. Liza has more of a nurturing role and takes life very seriously, but she's so sweet and loving. She gives the best hugs and will jump up on me when I walk near her. She loves to be carried, and she'll let me hold her for a very long time. She'll just sit in my arms and watch what I'm doing. Liza also just has a couple teeth left. She had an infection several years ago and had to have most of them removed. She gets by perfectly fine. She also looks very cute with her one little fang and her 2 little baby teeth. Liza is a little baby angel with the meanest resting bitch face. She is so sweet, but she looks unapproachable. Once she lets her guard down and you start petting her, you can tell she doesn't actually have a mean bone in her body. So I'm not really sure where her resting bitch face comes from, although I have been told that I have a resting bitch face. So she must get it from me. Tuck is more of like the class clown. He loves to make us laugh. and he's always goofing around. It's almost as if he knows what he's doing and does it because it makes us happy. Tuck has to be involved in everything that we do. So when I'm in the shower, he's also in the shower. He'll just sit on the ledge of the sink and talk to me. When I'm getting ready for the day, he'll sit on the toilet seat and inspect all of my products. He's amazing at quality control. He likes to hang out on our shoulders. When I get packages, he never misses an opportunity to sit in an empty box. He's also so incredibly loving and the most cuddly boy I've ever met, and almost never leaves my lap. I think the fact that I work from home is probably the best fit for him, or maybe it's what caused us to be so enmeshed in the first place. He also has asthma. He was diagnosed a few years ago, and he gets an inhaler every day, and he's actually very good at taking his inhaler. He resists a little bit, but he's not much of a complainer. Of course, they have a lot of different nicknames, and they have evolved over the years. I don't even think I call them the same names I called them 9 years ago. Tuck is mostly Tukey or Tuk Tuk, Mr. Guy. Liza is Lizy, Mama, Sissy. I would consider Liza my soul cat. I didn't know how much I could love an animal until I met her, but Tuck is my second soul cat. I honestly feel so close to these cats and can't imagine my life without them. They have changed who I am to the core. They have inspired this really amazing project that I get to do for a living now, where I get to go out and interview cat ladies and advocate for adoption. All of that is because of my love for these two cats. We're gonna start with a fridge tour. Obviously, that's where the majority of the cat art is. And if you didn't know, I love cats. It's very clear right here. So we have a magnet from Greece, because Greece is a big cat country. And this is a portrait that my friend Anna did of me and Tuck. And then you might know her as Becca by Hand on Instagram and TikTok. This is her art. And my super whimsical friend Elena made magnets of all of our cats, and this is Tuck, and we call this his yelling spot because this is where he goes when he's ready for food, and he'll sit up here and yell and look exactly like his magnet. Our amazing, wonderful landlord, who is more than a landlord really, she's a friend, made these custom mugs, hand painted, of our cats, Tuck and Liza. Can you believe it? So special. Cat books. You gotta have cat books. I have a whole pile of them here. Captain Kitty. All black cats are not alike. Cats are the worst. Writers and their cats. Cat Call. Where the cat sleeps. But more importantly, my book. And the inspiration for this channel, Girls and Their Cats. I was a little bored and restless one day and decided to do my own cat portraits of Liza and Tuck. Yeah, you. It's you. Probably in the poorly drawn cats category, but you know what? Somebody probably likes it. Bookend cats from my mother-in-law. So sweet. Cat trinkets. We have a few. I couldn't tell you where every one of them is from, but family and friends. We were in Lisbon recently and we found this wool blanket, and whenever there's a cat perched up on the edge, they look just like this picture. Moving on to the bedroom. Come this way. Cute little coin pouch I got in Greece. Another print of a cat that we got in Lisbon. And then over here, another cat portrait of me and Tuck and Liza. More cat art over here. This is a print by Carly Anderson, who's actually Girls and Their Cats alumna. Meaning I photographed her for Girls and Their Cats many years ago, and she gave that to me. And then a cute little cat trinket from my lovely, wonderful husband, who's not the one filming right now. Our first litter box is in the hallway. We have the Mod Cat, which is a great fit for this tiny little area. And no, it does not make our clothes smell. It's all good. And the second litter box is in the living room. I bet you thought that was a plant. Right now we're using Cat Butler, which is actually litter made of peas. It's pretty great, no smell, doesn't stick to their paws, so there's, not really a huge tracking issue. Of course we have the litter genie. You have to have a litter genie. We did have a third litter box, but fortunately for us, they never used it, so we just decided to take it away. You have to have so many scratchers, more scratchers than furniture that can be scratched, even though they'll probably still scratch your furniture. Okay, we have scratcher number 1 right here. We have scratcher number 2 under this cat tree. And we have scratcher number 3 over here. This one changes throughout the year. Well loved. And to keep them from scratching your furniture as much as you can, we tape it. This is their new cat tree from Mao Pets. They love it, and it fits perfectly in this space. Liza is currently sitting next to her auto feeder, which is about to go off in maybe 40 minutes. She's a very patient girl, sort of. Okay, this is not sponsored, but this was given to me. It is a heated bed that is ergonomical and therapeutic. It's made for senior cats with arthritis. My cats are obsessed. They have not left this spot in, well, they only leave when they need to eat. We have 2 cat cams, one in here, one in the bedroom. The one we have in here is so we can see when they eat. Try not to get the dust. And the one we have in the bedroom is on the bookshelf so we can see where they're sleeping when we're gone and, you know, spy on them. We're normal. And our laundry basket is a makeshift cat scratcher. We don't even need another cat scratcher in here because they use this one. In order to make things smell nice, or at least not smell like litter box, because we're very close to the litter box in the bedroom, we have our air purifier. Very important, you need one of those. This is the other cat camera. This one actually rotates, so we can, from the other end, another country, we can move it all around, see what the cats are up to. Usually sleeping. Probably the worst product ever made for cats. These things. They always want to play with him at midnight. And I have to get up, I grab it, and I stick it up here with the rest of them. One day I'll throw them away, but they still like them, so I leave them. This might be my most favorite cat furniture. I got it on Etsy, and the woman custom made it to match the wood finishing on our bookshelf. And then I just got a faux fur blanket on Amazon and put it on there, and now they have a very cozy spot to watch the world go by outside. So we keep Liza's wet food dish over in her area because she eats it quickly, there's nothing left. But Tuck is a grazer, and she will finish his food if he doesn't get to it fast enough. So we Velcro his auto microchip feeder on top of the fridge, so she can't get to it or knock it down, because she did that too. And of course, we are a Waruva family. Yes, I'm gonna get your food. They're big fans of the chicken and beef, not so big fans of fish. And this is the slide and serve. Doesn't that look good? I like to break it up for Tuck because he's a soft boy and he lives a soft life. For Liza, we keep it intact because we need to slow her down any way possible. M'lady. We also have her auto feeder set up to give her a kibble snack 3 times a day. And then we have the slow feeder, which is where the kibble shoots out, so it slows her down a little bit when she eats. Well, that's our tour. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Bye.